What net worth makes you rich, middle, or poor? You ever sit there and think, I make decent money, I'm not struggling, but I don't feel rich? Or maybe you scroll social media and see someone your age driving a luxury car, taking trips to Dubai, posting financial freedom captions, and you think, wait, am I behind? You check your bank account, you check your savings, you check your debt, and then you ask yourself the uncomfortable question, where do I actually stand? Am I poor, middle class, rich, or just pretending? Look, most people never calculate this correctly, and today we're going to fix that. My name is Kyle, and I spend way too much time thinking about net worth, wealth building, and how people accidentally sabotage their financial future. If you're someone who works hard but still feels like you're not getting ahead financially, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, we're going to answer a question that almost nobody answers clearly. What net worth actually makes you rich, middle class, or poor? And I promise, the answer is not what you think. Part 1. The lie we're told about rich. Here's the thing. Most people define wealth based on income. You make $100,000 a year? You must be rich. You make $250,000? Definitely rich. You make $40,000? You're probably struggling. But here's what most people don't realize. Income is not wealth. Net worth is. Income is what flows in, net worth is what you keep, and those are completely different things. According to the Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances, the median net worth in the U.S. is roughly $192,000. The average net worth is over $1 million. Now you might be thinking, wait, how is the average $1 million but the median is only $192,000? This is where it gets really interesting. The average is pulled up by extremely wealthy households. The median tells us what the typical household has. That means half of Americans have less than about $192,000 in net worth. And that includes homes, retirement accounts, everything. So let's break this down clearly. Part 2. What net worth makes you poor? Now, this might sting a little. Technically speaking, if your net worth is negative, meaning your debts exceed your assets, you are financially poor. That includes student loans, car loans, credit card debt, personal loans. If you have $10,000 in savings but $25,000 in debt, your net worth is negative $15,000. You might have a job, you might look stable, but mathematically you're underwater. And here's the psychology behind this. Debt feels normal because everyone has it. Car payments, normal. Student loans, normal. Credit cards, normal. But normal doesn't mean wealthy. In fact, Federal Reserve data shows roughly 13% of households have negative net worth, and many more are barely above zero. So if your net worth is negative to $50,000, you're financially vulnerable. 0 to $100,000, lower net worth tier. You're not doomed, but you're fragile. One job loss, one emergency, one bad decision, and everything collapses. Part 3. What makes you middle class? Now, this is where it gets nuanced. Middle class is usually defined by income. But from a wealth perspective, if your net worth is between $100,000 and $1 million, you are statistically middle class in America. Now, before you get offended, look, $1 million sounds rich, but here's the math. If you have $1 million invested and follow the 4% rule, you can withdraw $40,000 per year sustainably. That's it. That's not private jets. That's not yachts. That's basic financial independence. This is why $1 million today is not what it was in 1990. Inflation has quietly eroded its power. Here's a simple analogy. Think of net worth like fuel in a tank. $50,000 is short road trip. $500,000 is cross-country drive. $1 million is long-distance touring. $10 million, you don't check the fuel gauge anymore. So most people who think they're almost rich at $500,000 or even $1 million, they're financially secure, they're comfortable, but not truly wealthy. Part 4. So what net worth makes you rich? Now here's where people get emotional. According to multiple wealth surveys, top 10% net worth in the U.S. starts around $1.9 million. Top 5% starts around $3 to $4 million. Top 1% starts around $10 to $12 million. So statistically speaking, if your net worth is above $2 million, you are in the top 10%. That's rich by comparison. But this is where it gets really interesting. Rich by statistics does not equal rich by lifestyle, because lifestyle is driven by cash flow. You could have $3 million in rental properties with strong income, feel rich. $3 million tied up in a business you can't sell, feel stressed. $3 million in a home in California, not much liquidity. Here's what most people don't realize. True wealth isn't just about net worth, it's about optionality. Can you stop working? Can you say no? Can you walk away? That's wealth. Part 5. The Psychological Trap. Now let's talk about something deeper. Why do people with $300,000 feel broke? Why do people with $2 million still feel anxious? Because wealth is relative. You compare sideways, not downward. If you make $100,000 and all your friends make $60,000, you feel rich. If you make $200,000 and your friends make $500,000, you feel poor. Social comparison rewires your perception. This is why millionaires still finance cars, why high earners still live paycheck to paycheck, because they're trying to look rich instead of be rich, and that's the trap. Part 6. The Real Wealth Threshold. Now I'm going to give you a framework I like to use. Forget labels. Ask this instead. How many years of living expenses does your net worth cover? If you spend $50,000 per year, $50,000 net worth equals 1 year. $250,000 equals 5 years. $500,000 equals 10 years. $1 million equals 20 years. $2 million equals 40 years. Now, this is where it gets powerful. If your net worth can cover 25 plus years of expenses at 4%, you are financially independent. That's wealth. Not a number, not a comparison, but freedom. So what do? Step 1. Calculate your net worth today. Assets minus liabilities. No guessing. Step 2. Increase savings rate. If you earn $80,000 and save 20%, that's $16,000 per year. Invested at 8% annually over 20 years, that becomes roughly $790,000. Step 3. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Every $500 monthly upgrade costs you $6,000 per year. Invested over 25 years at 8%, that's nearly $470,000. Small upgrades, massive long-term cost. Step 4. Focus on ownership. Assets produce income. Liabilities consume income. Buy assets first. Upgrade later. Now, here's what most people don't realize. Becoming rich isn't about reaching a magic number. It's about crossing the threshold where your money works harder than you do. When your investments generate more than your living expenses, that's wealth. Until then, you're just highly paid, and there's a huge difference. Look, you might not be rich yet. You might not even be middle class by net worth standards, but that's okay, because wealth isn't built in 1 year. It's built in boring years, disciplined years, unimpressive years. The difference between poor, middle, and rich isn't just math. It's behavior, it's patience, it's restraint, it's long-term thinking in a short-term world. If you focus on increasing net worth instead of increasing appearances, you will quietly outpace most people. And one day, you'll look up and realize you don't need to look rich because you actually are. If this helped clarify where you stand and where you're going, hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop your current net worth goal in the comments. I read them. I'll see you in the next one.